All right, so welcome everybody to the Intuition 101 webinar. I'm so happy to have you all here as a part of this webinar. And at some point of time in life, I'm sure you all must have experienced this gut feeling, this deja vu. I don't know what would you call it. You would say, I don't know. There was something which made me think that I should not go there, but I still went, and I fell down on the ground. How many of you have experienced this? How many of you experience this? If you have experienced this, you can write in the messenger box. You can simply write, I experienced, experienced. You can simply write experienced, experienced, experienced. Yes. Wonderful. So at some point of time, we all have experienced this gut feeling, this very different feeling for which we have no name. We don't know what it is. So I will give you one example of me, one good example and one bad example. Okay. I will. So once I'll tell you what happened. Around 2 years ago, I was going with my family out of town. Okay, and we were ready, and we were totally, we were totally ready. We had packed our baggage and everything. Guys, please, if someone has not yet muted, I would kindly request you to mute. As much as possible, I'm muting you all. So I remember I was going, and we are ready 7 o'clock in the morning. Everyone is fresh and ready, and we go down, and my car doesn't start. Okay, now it's a it's a normal car which works all other days, but on this particular day the car doesn't start. Now 7 o'clock को कौन mechanic मिलेगा? But luckily, my driver, he has good knowledge of the mechanic. So he said that I think this is the problem. पर करे तो क्या करे यार? इतने सुबह कुछ instruments के बगैर we can't do anything. So we were like, chalo, let's wait maybe for another half an hour and see if we can, use that much time to maybe finish the rest of the things. And 7:30 ko we'll try and see if the mechanic is there. Almost 8 o'clock, the mechanic arrives and he says that, Madam, गाड़ी में कुछ problem तो नहीं है? Okay, what's happening? Then he's saying, Madam, petrol शायद नहीं है आपकी गाड़ी में. I was like, अरे अभी तो पूरा टंकी भरा था. किधर गया किधर petrol? And now you can't, like you couldn't put petrol in the car by getting it. And we tried all things. I went in one direction. Our driver was going in another direction. There was one more mechanic who went in another direction in all petrol pumps, but there is no petrol, and our car is not starting. But we are hell bent on going, right? We wanted to go, come what may. We were like jana hi hai because decide kiya hai. We Mumbai people, we are so wanting to do the things at the right time in the right manner, that we don't understand that sometimes, maybe the universe is telling us to slow down, right? So the next thing I remember is I am around, it is now 10 o'clock. Okay, can you imagine? It is 10 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock, we are yet not able to find petrol. We are yet not able to find what's the fault in the car, and we are stuck there. Okay, we order for an Uber because we want to go. We are Mumbai people. We want to go, right? And then we are trying to look for what is happening. The Uber doesn't come. Okay, now there is so much happening. The Uber is not coming. Uber nahi aa raha hai. Then we book a Mumbai Pune taxi, which doesn't arrive. Finally, another Mumbai Pune taxi arrives. We reach our destination only to find that the place where we were going to go, it was our country house. The road is dug up, so the car can't enter, and we couldn't go. So we could see the house from here, and we couldn't enter. So we had to stay in a hotel. Okay. Now, at one point of time, I had an intuition that the car is not starting. कुछ problem है कि नहीं पता नहीं. क्या हो क्या रहा है? Why are we not able to go? And then I realized it was our intuition telling us, don't go. The signs and synchronities of the universe were telling us, don't go. So this is what I would call as a bad example. Now I'll also give you a good example. I remember once I was working with a particular client after I became self-employed and after I started Unicorn Insight. There was a particular client who was a little nasty. Okay, this was a corporate client, and they were not listening to what demands we were making, and they were making some weird demands. And we were like, "Kuch to gadbad hai. There is something off. I'm not feeling good about this project," but yet I continued. Okay, and do you know what happened after that? I followed my gut feeling, I followed my intuition, and I listened to that and I said no to that client. And 6 to 8 months down the line, I hear another colleague from the same industry telling me that the payment, they did not receive the payment at all. The training was bad. Client gave a very bad feedback. And they were like, thank God you didn't do it. And I said, I just didn't do it because I was not getting good vibes. Now, what are these? These both these examples are some kind of feelings which I'm getting from within or some external factors. The first case is the external factors, which is telling us that um, don't do this, okay, or do this, right? Now your intuition is that voice within you which you are not aware of what is happening, but it is telling you something. So intuition is, you know something but you don't know why that is, and you have no rational reason to explain it to anyone. That's the intuition in the simplest words. Okay, I'm sure many of us have seen this intuition, and many of you must be feeling, I have this power but I don't know what to do with it. I know a girl who had come for one of my workshops, very young girl, um, about I think just out of college, and she said that I keep seeing these things, I keep hearing these sounds, I don't know what to do. And she was like, I'm so afraid, I want to shut it out. And I tell her, no, no, don't shut it. It's your gift. If utilized well, it can really help you. What do you mean by utilized well? And how to understand whether that voice is, many people ask na, ye मेरी आवाज है, ये मुझे अंदर से, this gut feeling, it's coming अंदर से, या फिर कोई भूत भूत है बोल रहा है, people get scared, कुछ भूत भूत है क्या, they always ask me. And I would say that whatever your intuition, whatever your awareness is telling you, follow that. Okay, because intuition comes in two forms. Sometimes it tells you which direction to go, sometimes it tells you which direction not to go. Okay, so most of the times what is happening is, when we are trying to look for we're trying to look for a solution, and we are not understanding why certain thing is happening. The universe is telling us in some form, the universe is giving us some signs. So I used to always do that. And I somehow always feel that even as a child, when I wanted to do something, I used to feel that I'm playing game with God. Okay, and I used to say, God, please tell me if I want today, I have to do this or not. And then, like, that child's mind within me used to ask God to give me a sign. And I used to say, if I see yes, I will do it, and if I see no, I will not do it. So the days I used to see things like no entry, no parking, I used to be like, no, I'm not going to do that. And whenever I used to see yes or a tick mark, I used to take it as a yes. And I used to say that, God always tells me. And looking from as a healer, as a coach, as a spiritual teacher, today I can tell you that whatever we experienced as children, we were connected to the universe. We always knew what the universe wanted to tell us. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to quickly learn what are the different forms in which you receive this intuition. Okay. And then we are going to talk about how do you acknowledge this? Okay. How do you know how this intuition works? And then we are going to do a quick checklist for intuition. Okay. So everyone ready? If yes, type ready in the chat box. Come on, let me see how many of us are typing ready quickly. Ready. Wow. Ready. Lovely. Lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. So let us look at what are the 4 types from which you receive these signs from the universe. Okay. So we have 5 senses, right? We can see, we can hear, we can feel, we can smell, and we can taste. And in addition to that, we also have our thinking mind. Okay. Now if you look at intuition or these superpowers, so any, I think I have a few of my students of angel therapy, I have some students who have done reiki with me, so we discuss about these angel signs and symbols, or if anyone is a tarot student or anyone is a tarot reader, angel, I mean not my student, but if anyone here is a tarot reader, angel reader, we know about these four senses in which we talk about. So whatever you are right now, you are seeing me with your eyes, there is something more which our eyes can see beyond these eyes. Okay, for example, when we dream, that's an extra sense. Okay, sometimes when we are seeing some kind of, so the example I gave you of myself as a child, that I'm going there and I'm asking for a yes or no. This is sign, which see, these eyes only see what is possible. Right now I'm seeing all your names. I'm seeing Riddhi's name, I'm seeing Neelam's name, I'm seeing Anjali, I'm seeing Sri Loka. But this is what our physical eyes can see and our mind can understand. But there is something beyond that. And I consider that as a sign. So when you see these numbers 111, 333, these are usually symbols. Similarly, when God gives you some direction, or when God tells you something, they are telling you that this is the this is the way where you're supposed to go. That is something which your clairvoyance can see. Okay, clairvoyance is a deep subject in itself. But to begin with clairvoyance, the first thing is your extra things which your eyes can see. Hearing extra, hearing more than your physical ears can hear. So sometimes you hear this sound which says go or do not go. That is what we call as your clear audience. Okay, your ears, the ears are more than your physical ears are looking at. Next, whenever there are these divine thoughts which come in your head, so you experience this aha moment sometimes. Archimedes, when he got that solution, he was in the bathtub. How many of us have got some solutions, some aha moments in bathtubs? If yes, type I did. If you have had any bathtub aha moments, any aha moments in the loo, in the washroom. I did, yes. I already see these written I did. I'm sure a lot of you have. I see, I get a lot of these aha moments when I am in the loop. So these aha moments are a divine thought which flows in your thoughts. It's not your thought. It comes from somewhere else and it comes all of a sudden. It is not analyzed or processed thought. It is just a thought. Okay. For example, you may be thinking of something and you feel that I have to try this place today. Okay, so many times people say that I was looking for a job. I did my prayers at night. I went to bed and I asked God to help me. And next day in the shower, I got this divine thought that today in my lunch break, I have to take a round around my office. And when I was doing it, I met this old college time friend, and he said that, "अरे तुझे पता है मेरे company में hiring चल रहा है." And there you send your resume and you get that job. But these aha moments are nothing but what we call as claircognizance. And finally, that feeling which you get when you enter some place. Sometimes you enter a place and you feel there's something off about this place. I don't want to stay here. It's very freaky. You feel something in your stomach. Or sometimes you go to a place and you say, wow, nice vibes. This place has such beautiful vibes. And that is exactly what your clairsentience is trying to tell you. So four types of clairs are clairaudience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, claircognizance, and this feeling in your stomach, clairsentience. Now, these are the four forms in which the divine speaks through you. Now you will ask me, how do I know whether it is a divine thought or it is a lower vibrational thought? So usually any thought which is fearful is a lower vibrational thought. Now fearful doesn't mean that you have to be in fear state, right? Fearful thought is the thought of the ego. Okay, for example, there is something which is out of your comfort zone. You really have that passion to apply for that job. It is out of your comfort zone. You may not have the relevant experience, or you may feel that you are not the right candidate for it, but you are so passionate about it. And that little voice within you tells you that go and apply. That is your higher intuition, higher self. But there is that voice within you which tells, देखा है कभी अपने आप को, औकात देखी है, वो जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कर सकोगे, ऐसा फालतूगिरी मत करो. This is the voice of ego. So we are going to ignore the voice of ego and we are going to find the voice of the divine. Now you will ask me, what about the warning signs? So warning signs, yes, warning signs come to you so that you can or cannot take that decision. So sometimes everything appears to be perfect, but you feel that something off, and that sense makes you feel that, oh, I think it's a good deal, but I'm not going to go for it because there is something which feels off, and you realize that there was something really terrible about it. So always, like I gave you the first example of my car not starting, universe almost telling me that don't do it. So that is exactly a warning. But the voice of ego is different. The voice of ego tells you that when you are passionate about doing something, and I always call this the head heart tiff, that you always say my head says no but my heart says yes. So your head is, it's not your head which is saying it, it is your mind, it is your fear, it is your lower ego telling you not to do it. Okay, so anything which you are passionate about, anything which makes you feel expansive, go for it. Now, my next thing is I'm going to quickly tell you about what are the different examples of how intuition comes up. So, is everyone ready? Everyone ready? Type ready if you are ready. Ready? I am ready. Yes. Yes. Ready. Lovely. Riddhi, Shriloka, Dr. Sandhya, Vidhi, Drishti. Wonderful, guys. Chalo. So, let us begin with knowing what are the different examples of intuition. So, first example, once again, if you want, you can write it down. Seeing signs everywhere. Okay, I remember we wanted to go to Bali. Okay, and it was a vacation which we were really planning, me and my family. And eventually, what happened was the vacation happened sooner than we thought. We decided, chalo, next year maybe let's go to Bali. But I started seeing Bali everywhere. Like when we say that we Google something, our computer shows us Bali, right? But I could see Bali on hoardings. I could see Bali on bus stops. I could see Bali on तब वो मेरू cabs आते थे, याद है सबको मेरू cabs, very like 8 9 years ago. मेरू cabs पे बाली, न्यूज़पेपर पे बाली. And I was like, यार अभी तो हम बोलते हैं ये गूगल का algorithm है, फेसबुक का algorithm है, but this is your mind's algorithm. And if you attended our last um, this thing, if you attended the last workshop webinar, we speak about your mind's algorithm when we talk about law of attraction. So I started seeing signs everywhere, and my trip happened sooner than I thought. So seeing signs everywhere is the first thing. Aha moments in the shower, which I just explained it to you. Those thoughts in the head, maybe when you are having a walk in the park, you feel about something and you feel that this is something I should do it. That is your intuition talking to you. Inspired action. You feel, you watch something, like it happens for me so many times. I'm learning something, and after I finish that learning, I get a thought about something which the speaker speaks, and I decide that okay, this is going to be my next topic for the workshop, and I just start downloading, whatever the vibration of the universe, and it just happens. Now, what are the negative things? So sometimes getting warnings, not being happy about some decisions, feeling very heavy about something, um, falling ill. All these things are where the universe is trying to tell you, no, do not go there. Okay. Now, I'm going to quickly walk you through what are some of the things you can do in order to increase your intuition powers. Okay, but before that, I also want to quickly talk about the four states of consciousness. Okay, now, right now, we all are, that I'm Ashwini, I know that there is Anjali, I know there is Samidha, I know there is Riddhi, I know there is Neelam. We all know each other, we are coming from a place of knowing, and we are understanding what we all are talking. We are able to use our analytical mind. We are in the state of beta. This is the waking state. Okay. The next state, when we slightly go into a slight meditation, your eyes are closed, you are deep breathing, but you are aware of everything around you, but you are relaxed. This could also apply to when you are reading a book, or when you are maybe having a walk in the park, maybe you are swimming, or maybe you're on a beach, and you may know what's happening around you, but you are still very relaxed. That is the alpha state. Okay, then there is a third state, which is the theta state. Now, what is the theta state? Theta state is the state where when you are sitting in a meditation, you feel that I went to sleep. That is the theta state. Okay, theta state is also the state where you are listening to some music and you almost feel as if you are sleeping, but you are not sleeping, you are slowly moving to a relaxed state. If anyone in this group is already into hypnosis or these kind of, a lot of hypnosis activities use theta state as a state to tap your subconscious mind. A lot of programming happens in a theta state. And finally, the fourth state, which is a deep sleep, where you sleep but you don't know what's happening, and you are in a dreamless state. Gode bech ke sona. That is the delta state. Most of the healing occurs in delta state. Now, why am I telling these things to you, and how does it impact you if you are learning intuition? Now, usually, a lot of these downloads, right, aha moments, they happen when you are in an alpha state. So, the more you are in beta state, which means you're using your analytical mind. So what is analytical mind? Analytical mind is all the time telling you ऐसा करो, ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसा क्यों नहीं है, ऐसा क्यों है. So we know that curious child in our class, curious student in our class, who used to always ask our teachers, ये ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसा क्यों नहीं है, ये क्या है, ये कैसे है. So that curious child, if we are going to continuously ask questions, or even it happens in company meetings, right, there is one person who is always going to ask questions. But if your mind is continuously asking questions because you want to know how, you want to know the logic, you want to know the reasoning, right, you will be always in the beta state. And beta is a state where a lot of us friends, a lot of us are when we are stressed. So the more you are in beta, the more stressed you will be. Now, when you move to alpha, you start slowly relaxing. And that is the time where universe starts connecting to you. So people who are creative, they are living for a very long time in the alpha state. And in theta state, of course, you can hack all the things of the universe and you can get your intuition. So now we are going to look at, so these are the four states: alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, delta, and theta. Okay, these are the four states of consciousness. Now, finally, now you will ask me, ये सब का मैं क्या करूं? Okay, ये सब का मैं क्या करूं? So of course we are, I'm going to quickly walk you through what are the things we are going to do in order to increase our awareness, in order to tap our intuition, in order to make sure that our intuition gets better. So are you ready for these tips? If you are ready, just type yes, I'm ready to know the tips of strengthening your intuition. Yes. So Samhita, the states are alpha, beta, theta, and delta. And if possible, I will share some literature on this on the group before we dissolve the group. All right. So guys, if you're looking for a detailed work on intuition, I'm coming up with a workshop in January on that. Of course, I'm going to give you some tips just towards the end of this workshop. But yes, we are coming now. It's almost end of the year. It's Christmas season, and after Christmas season, we are beginning the new year with the intuition workshop. So, of course, people who have joined this live webinar will definitely get some kind of, as I can call it, special price for that. That's a paid class. This is a free webinar. But if you are on this webinar, and if you wish to join that webinar, I'm going to talk about what is the price and all towards the end of it. So you can ping me um, on my WhatsApp as an individual message, and you can send me your email ID, and you can just say I'm interested, and I will give you the commercials and all towards the end. But yeah, this is a quick announcement which I wanted to make right before we go to the important part of knowing how to tap your intuition. So all ready to type your intuition, right? Let us do this. So one of the first things, point number one, which you can do to tap your intuition is keep a journal or a diary next to your bed. And in that, write about your dreams. If you recollect your dreams, write about your dreams. Also in that journal, you can write these everyday experiences which you get. For example, some people might say, I saw this and later it actually happened. And I had this experience, I don't know what to do with it. So begin by writing it in your, and call it a dream journal, intuition journal, dream diary, intuition diary. Decorate it with some nice, beautiful sketches or something nice. And then write every day about all the intuitions you are getting, or any dreams if you are getting, or any thoughts you are getting. So that's step number one, what you can do, right? And make it a daily practice. Second step, or the second thing what you can do, Meditate daily for at least 15 minutes. When you meditate, your third eye energy center, which is your, okay, that is the place where we which is the center of our um, extrasensory perception, or that is where you get all these superhero kind of, if any Marvel fans, any Marvel fans here, all those things which we keep seeing in those, where they see all of that. Oh, I see that, I see that. All of this is recorded in this. Now what happens when you meditate? When you meditate, you are simply tapping in that power. Okay, so begin by daily meditation in the early morning. The best time to meditate is early morning. Sit in a meditative position and make sure you are not disturbed by anyone. And at least begin with 15 minutes. You can listen to n number of audios. There are different apps available. I personally use Insight Timer as one of the apps for this particular meditations. And also there are so many videos and audios on YouTube which you can use. So begin with a guided meditation. Make sure you ground yourself. So I'm coming to what is ground yourself in the next few minutes as a next talk. So meditating is the second thing. The third thing is grounding. So grounding can be done in different ways. The best way to ground is walking barefoot on the ground, on soil, connecting to Mother Earth. You could also hug a tree. You could soak your feet in salt water. You could definitely do things like uh, you know um, connecting to the energy of Mother Earth, stamping your foot on the ground. These are some of the ways where you can ground yourself. Fourth, the fourth one is what I call is that sun bathing and nature bathing. So it's very good to walk in the sun. It not just gives you vitamin D, but the sun also helps you energize your body. Of course, don't walk for a very long time in doper ka 12 baje ka sun. Otherwise, and that too, if it happens in May, you will faint. So don't do that, and make sure you're drinking water. But if especially the rising sun, the more you tap into the power of rising sun, it can help you increase your intuition. The next is moon. Moon always rules our psychic cycles, and moon is a very good example for us to tap in our psychic senses. So bask in the full moon energy whenever it is. The next full moon, I believe, is on 29th of December, which is the last full moon of the year. So if you're just going to be in the full moon, it will definitely help you. Finally, I'm going to talk about a quick thing which I always do is because I am also an angel therapy teacher and also an angel card reader. I work a lot with angels. Now, angels, although they look like those divine, beautiful beings with wings and with that halo, angels is an energy. Okay, and this energy of angels itself um, is very powerful because they operate at a different dimension, which we as human beings cannot see or hear, but we can experience. Okay, there is a lot of literature available on Angels by Doreen Virtue and by Diana Cooper, Kyle Gray, some of the writers who have written about it. But I particularly connect to Archangel Uriel, Uriel, Archangel Raziel, these are names of archangels, and Archangel Haniel. So I connect to these three angels. Uriel is Uriel, Raziel is Raziel, and Haniel is Haniel. Now these three angels are the angels which can help you improve your psychic senses. Obviously, it's a procedure, it's a way how you do this. But to begin, I always say that yes, to be an angelic healer or to connect to angels, to start studying on angels, you need to learn. But to connect to angels, you don't need any learning. The simple most prayer you can do is, angels, dear angels, help me, please help me. That's the most simple thing you can say. And you can simply say, dear angels, help me connect to my intuition. And how amazing can that be? Wow. So the best ways to connect to your intuition, I'm once again repeating, I hope you have written it down. So first and foremost, practice a journal, a daily journal where you write about your experiences. Secondly, meditation. Thirdly, grounding. Fourth, sun. Fifth, moon. And sixth, angels. There are many, many, many more ways to connect to angels. There is so much what you can do to improve your intuition, and angels is just one of them. And there are so many ways, and you will find your own way. What is your strong clair? What is your strength? what keeps your intuition high. And when you do that, you will realize that you are so connected to the universe. So you're always connected to the universe. Just be open to those experiences. And once you do that, you'll realize how amazing things are and how beautiful your life will be. Okay. Um, I'm going to leave the forum open for questions because we just have 5 more minutes to go. But before we go ahead, I just want to tell you that the Intuition course, which I'm beginning in January 2021, the next new year, anyone who is on this group gets a flat 50% off. So the course will be at a higher price for the others, and it will be half for you. So if you're interested, please ping me personally on my WhatsApp, and I will share all the details with you. We still have some more time to go for the workshop. And as I always say, the workshop is an online workshop. It will be via WhatsApp, Zoom call, and audio and video notes. Okay. So please personally PM me for that. And now I'm going to open the forum to questions. We just have 5 more minutes to go. And if anyone would like to quickly say that, can you please raise your hands?
Yeah.
Yes, Prachi.
Ashwini,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, I just had one question when you were talking about, the four kinds of, like
Yes.
claircognizance or all of that. So if you've experienced all of them one at a time, does it mean that you have all the,
Yes, possible.
uh,
Possible. I have experienced all four, but
so
at
have
different
I. That's
different
the reason.
times. Yes, so at
Yeah, at
different
different times.
times. But
Not
but
always, but at different times.
but you all, everyone has a primary clair. Everyone will have a first primary clair.
So
Each one of us.
how would we know that? How would we know
So
that?
so keep the journal and write in the journal what is it that what are your experiences all about. In your journal, when you write it, you will know. And see, all of us are gifted. The only difference between the ones who are tapping it is they are aware that they have it, and they are doing things to tap it. So we all are intuitive. We all have those senses within us. But like, for example, I have worked for it. I have worked on my clairs. I have done practice.
Maybe then I'm clear cognizance because I usually
Super.
get ideas. Maybe I don't know because that is I have I've experienced that more compared
Super.
to other
Super.
things. But
Great.
yeah, but even the dream state, like you said, that is also cognizance, right? Clear cognizance.
Okay, so
Because
we
dreams
again
are more.
have two questions from Samida which are connected to
Yeah.
what you asked. So Samida is asking, what is the difference between theta and delta? So theta is the state where you are in a trance. You could be having dreams in that state. You could be having experiences in that state. Delta, you don't remember anything. Delta is a dreamless state. Delta is the state of deep sleep. Okay. And meditation, of course, meditation will help you to be in alpha. Begin with a guided meditation. Begin for 5 minutes and relax more. Deep breathe more. If you're practicing yoga or anything, that also helps you to be in alpha. And the more you are in alpha, the more your energies are high. So yes, those are some of the ways in which you could tap into the alpha state. Any more questions? We have 2 minutes 29 seconds to be precise. So guys, the meeting will get over on its own because we are on a 40-minute Zoom call. So in case I'm not able to say anything, I would like to thank all of you for being on this live. And we are having lives every three weeks. So we have our lives once every 3 Sundays or Saturdays. And today it was 12:12. So that is the reason I thought. Samita, I use Insight Timer. Insight Timer is the Unicorn Insight is my company, and Insight Timer, the app is not by me though. I wish it was. Maybe we have Unicorn Insight app soon. And that app is Insight Timer. Okay. And there is an app called Calm. I have not used it. There are many more apps, but I think I'm so happy that you all are loving this session. It's so great to this topic is very close to my heart, and hence I thought I will conduct a session on this. Before we conclude, I want to have a nice photograph with all of you of this session. So if you could please put your cameras on so that I can see all of you. All right. All right. So let us just smile. And one sec, let me just, we have more people too. So one more for you. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. If you like this webinar, please recommend it so that for next webinar, we have more people who can be a part of the webinar and we can have such nice discussions. I am very thankful and very grateful that you took time out from on a Saturday and came for this webinar. And you can know more about me on Unicorn University, my group, and my official page is Unicorn Insight. Thank you very much. Sending you lots and lots of love, light, and divine blessings. Thank you very much. Namaste.